So my Uber rides seem to have been tracked for such a long time now. I don't even know when it started, to be honest. But I told you guys that my devices were hacked. My devices are still hacked. Every time I get on any device, any move that I make, any site that I go on, any email that I check, is all being tracked. Even down to my Uber rides. And this goes even all the way back to when I was in Georgia. Because I actually specifically remember a time when I knew my life was in danger one day and I was leaving. I was leaving to go find a safe space. And a woman picked me up, an Uber driver. And as we were leaving my house, her route changed all of a sudden. So we had to pull over because she was unsure of what was going on. This is no slight to the company Uber. This just goes to show how when people want to do harm to you, they'll try to hack into any system. I have to say alleged because I'm not sure how these people do these things, but let's just say my intuition tells me that they tried to hack into the Uber system. But her route changed all of a sudden. It added a passenger. So she pulled over because as a great Uber driver that she was uncomfortable with that. So she pulled over so she could contact, I guess, corporate or, whoever she needed to contact to let them know that she was not comfortable picking up an extra passenger because that wasn't the original route. And for some reason, she was not able to cancel that. It would not allow her to cancel the destination to pick up a second passenger. It took us a long time for that to happen. All the way down to, I believe, we had to use my GPS because it just would not let her cancel it. And I don't know what was happening when she would contact whoever she was contacting, but she kept making one call to the next, explaining to people that someone is adding an extra passenger to the ride. And she nor I was comfortable with that, especially me, because at that very moment I was leaving home because my life was in danger and I needed to leave. And that's just one situation. That is just one situation because even my Uber Eats are tracked to the point to where I don't even use Uber Eats for food anymore. I may order with groceries, but I make sure I order things that people can't tamper with. Or if they tamper with it, it'll be very obvious. That's how bad it's gotten. That people are trying to compromise my Uber rides, my Uber Eats. It's gotten that bad. I still use Uber, but I have my own method of making sure that I'm safe, of making sure that my whereabouts are monitored, just in case, because people will not seem to leave me alone. I've said it before. I left Georgia, went to Alabama, I was followed there. Left Alabama, went to Houston, I was followed there. I left Houston and came to Costa Rica. I left the country and I am followed here. It just won't stop. It just will not stop. If any of you out there are going through something like this to where you even have to keep uprooting and relocating for your own safety, just keep track of your surroundings. Keep track of your surroundings. That's very important because your intuition will always let you know when you are in danger. There is no car with tinted windows that can hide energy. A car can have the thickest tinted windows, but that energy cannot hide behind those tints. You make sure you pay attention to the energy that's around you. It will not fail you, but you really, really have to tap into that. You really, really have to pay attention. You really, really have to let go and let the Most High guide you. You'll surprise yourself. You will surprise yourself if you listen to your intuition. I'm so used to listening to my intuition now that that's all I listen to. Anybody can tell me, hey, meet me over here, or, let's go outside to meditate. No, I listen to my intuition. If my intuition tells me to stay in the house, that's exactly what I do. But yeah, it's gotten that bad. And again, this is no slight to the company. This is most definitely a slight to those who, for whatever reason, if they want to harm you, if they want to track you, if they want to control you, they'll go so far as to perhaps hack into these systems and compromise those systems, or compromise the employees, the drivers, who knows, the delivery drivers, who knows. If you're tracking that, I'm sure there's a way for you to see who the delivery driver is and contact that delivery driver. You know, it's funny because I had a dream that one of my delivery drivers out here in Costa Rica was contacted and offered money for my address. It was a really vivid dream too, very vivid. So now when I order Uber Eats, when I need to get groceries, whenever I don't actually go to the grocery store, I have my own methods of keeping track of everything. And that's what I suggest. If any of you guys are going through anything like this, create your own method of keeping track of everything you do, every person you interact with, dates, times. Just keep track of those things in your own way, because everybody's different. And don't tell anybody about your way. You keep that to yourself. But you make sure you keep track of everything. You make sure your eyes are always open. You make sure you pay attention to your surroundings. When you are out and about, you make sure that you are paying attention to the cars, the faces. And that may or may not work, because a lot of times people will change up the cars and get tinted windows. That's exactly why I say you pay attention to the energy. There is no tent in this world that could hide energy. None. So you pay attention to the energy that's around you. If your intuition tells you to look to the right because someone on the right side is watching you, you may shock yourself. Just give it a try. You may shock yourself. You may look to the right, and lo and behold, someone on the right is sitting in the car watching you. And always switch up your location. Switch up your location, because when you switch up your location and you see the same cars in the different location, or you see the same faces, or more importantly, you feel the same energy, then you listen to that. Don't ever let anybody call you crazy because you listen to your intuition. Your intuition will save your life time and time again. That's my experience. People will try to switch things up as much as they can to throw you off. But this one thing that no one can ever switch up is the energy. If someone wants to do you harm, you will feel that energy. You will feel that energy. It's not paranoia. You will feel that energy. That cannot be hidden. Stay safe out there, guys. Stay safe out there. Because I don't know what's going on out here in this world, but there's so many low vibrational things going on that you just have to stay safe, and you just have to stay aware. And this is not to scare anyone. This is not to make anyone paranoid. But it's most definitely to make anyone out there who goes through something like this aware of the fact that choose your intuition, believe your intuition, trust your intuition. It's there for a reason, and be safe, because we're not crazy if we want to live. We're not crazy if we're being monitored and tracked. And not only do we not appreciate it, but we know someone is trying to do us some kind of harm. Someone is trying to track us. We're not crazy if we pick up on that. That doesn't make us crazy at all. Every person out here has intuition. Every person gets a gut feeling. That does not make us crazy, because if that's the fact, then we're all crazy. Just some of us happen to trust our intuition more than others. So trust your intuition, guys. Trust your intuition. If you feel something's not right, it's not. Shift your plans. Call on the Most High. You will get an answer. You just have to be open enough to receive it. We're not crazy if we want to live the life that the Most High blessed us with. We're not crazy for that. Because I'm not crazy. Not at all. And neither are you.